Hello, everybody. It's me, Tommy NC 2010, and I'm just doing this on my other channel because no one really watches my other channel, and I just looked at it. This is public now, so um, I am wanting to discuss some stuff, and I'm not doing this on my main channel because I just don't want to get any attention for this because no one pays attention to my channel at all. So a long time ago, I used to go on a show called the Joe Cronin Show, and I used to go on there and I'd have little fits of rage and I'd flip out on his show, and me and Joe would be good friends, and there was some issues of where like they would cross the line and they would push me around, and yes, and there was some kayfabe and there was some where it was like really serious and I was breaking down and I was really angry, and I guess I got to the point where I got tired of like being toyed with my emotions and just going on a show and just being somebody's money bag, and I just got tired of it, and I think that's why I ultimately kind of stepped away. And I've been doing shows with other people, and then now it's been told that by Joe Cronin, which I have the clip of him saying this, that I am being paid by somebody else to basically not come on his show. So rewind after that, I go on somebody else's show, and I say if I wanted to, I could expose Joe for all the stuff he's done to me. Well, here's the thing, Joe. I hear everything. Everything comes back to me, just like it comes back to you. We all have fans. So you apparently went on and said that you wanted to expose me. That you said that you could expose me, that you could destroy me. And I'm like, and here's the thing, Joe. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't try to expose people. I'm not Keemstar. I don't try to go out, but there's been a lot of stuff that's added up, and this whole thing with Bullfrog, and now I hope you hear this, now if you put a bullet through Honestly Podcast, I don't care. Do what you want with it. But putting somebody like Bullfrog on Honestly just is disgusting. It is disgusting to hear. I would love it if you put JB on that show. If you put JB on Honestly, that would be fun because you guys actually work together. And if you want to know why I'm not talking with you, Joe, I don't know if anybody's watching this because I have 0 viewers right now, and I have this on live, but no one ever checks out my other channel. No one ever, but I guarantee you somebody's going to send this to you. One of your drones and people that are in the Joe Cronin community that beg me to come back on your show to make you more money. And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to because all I am is a retard to you. That's all I am to you, is a retard. Somebody that never helped you out, and for years and years, me, Himmelfarb, and Ken, all those people, have ever made you money, you bury them every 5 seconds. So even though I was there and there were some nights that I jumped on and I made you millions, on hundreds, 200s or 300s off of my misery. And then as soon as I don't come on your show, you bury me. What's the purpose in that, Joe? And here's the biggest thing that I've kind of realized about you. Joe, you are bipolar. This is how Joe Cronin is. One moment, Joe's like, I love you, man. I love you, man. And then next moment, Joe Cronin goes bipolar on you. And then he says it's a joke. And then I said it was a joke, saying I would expose you. And then apparently anything I say is held against me. So the fact is, Joe, listen to me. Look in my eyes, Joe. I am serious. The reason why I do not work with you anymore is because the fact is that the fact that I haven't been on your show, that you've been burying me constantly, talking about me, calling me a retard. and then you want to replace me with Bullfrog. Then come back, Tommy, come back. I won't replace you with Bullfrog. But that's how two-sided you are. That's how two-sided you are, Joe. The fact that you would replace me with somebody like Bullfrog. If you replaced me with somebody like JB, I would be cool with that. But the fact that you want to put that fat, no good piece of garbage on your show, on my show, me and your show that we did together for so many years, which took us forever because I had to beg you, I would jump into your DMs and say, Joe, I'm free today. And I know that you have kids, but there was sometimes I knew that you were just like sitting on the couch on your phone. And I was sending you messages blindly saying, hey, let's do an episode of Honestly. And then you would contact me on the worst days. Like I was so busy and like I'm doing stuff. Like I wanted to do Honestly. Contacting Joe Cronin is literally trying to reach the other side of the man on the other side of the moon. You send Joe Cronin a message, he reads it and doesn't even respond back to you. That's how hard it is to do a show with Joe Cronin. He'll say he'll do something, and then 2 hours later, he'll message you, hey, what's up? I can do it. Hey, I'm at dinner right now. I'm doing this. And the reason why I don't work with you anymore, I'll tell you why I don't work with you. Because you're two-sided. You're really two-sided. And you are like, one moment, I love you. And, Joe, stop saying you love me. Two-faced. Yes, I know, two-faced. I know what that means, two-faced. But I'm two-sided. Joe is like, two-sided is, Joe is, one moment, stop saying you love me, Joe. Stop it. I know what you mean by that. You hate me. When you say that, Joe, I know that you mean that you hate me. And if you play this on your show, play it on your show. I did this on my second channel because no one pays attention to my second channel. No one's going to give you heat because I did this on my second channel. Now, if I did this on my main channel, it'd get lots of heat. But I'm not going to do it. This channel doesn't get any heat at all. It's a gaming channel. And in fact, I'm just going to leave it up and see how much heat it gets in your community. Because the fact is, all of your fans, I mean, some of your fans are decent, but some of your fans are just absolutely drones of yours. That's all they breathe, is live and breathe for drama. And, because you do nothing wrong. Joe, you do nothing wrong at all. You do nothing wrong to them. You couldn't harm baby seals, honestly, but I think, who knows, maybe you do. And the fact is, Joe, I see through this forte of who you are, and the fact is that you're going around telling people that I'm being paid by somebody else not to come on your show. That's a lie. That's a lie, Joe. I'm not getting paid. I haven't been paid one dime not to come on your show. I just stopped coming on your show because I got tired of getting triggered. And before you say, I go on other people's shows and I get triggered because that person's joking with me. You, on the other hand, sometimes I don't know how to take you sometimes. Like you say you're joking, and then one moment you call me a retard, and I'm like, you call me an overweight fat retard, and I'm a piece of shit when I'm not. I'm smart. I'm a smart dude. I know when I'm being loved, and I know when I'm being hated. And I know that you hate me, Joe. I know that you hate me, honestly. Like I know when somebody actually cares about me, and you see me as a big money bag because I've made you millions off of my... Yes, and I'll admit this. I have flipped out. I have gotten angry, and I shouldn't have. But the thing is that I had to defend myself every 5 seconds on that show because somebody is saying that this and that. And I guess the reason why I don't want to work with you, Joe, is because at one moment you're like decent, and then one moment you're just like so hateful. And I think that I don't want to work with somebody that is going to constantly berate me and make me feel like I'm garbage. And if you want to work with JB and do Honestly podcast, go do it. Go do Honestly podcast with JB. But Don't do it with Bullfrog. Like, he's a waste of space. He is the worst person ever. Yes, I'm a positive person, but when it comes to somebody like him, Bullfrog is a dude that basically I say it metaphorically speaking, he is a dude that flip-flops and says one moment he's gay and then one moment he's not gay. And then he just jogs everything up like it's trash. Bullfrog is one of the most annoying people. He has been stalking me. He has been cyberly stalking me. And it is so annoying. He wants to be my friend, but the only reason he wants to be my friend, Bullfrog wants to be my friend, is because he wants clout. That's all he wants. He wants clout, and he wants to get on my show, and which I hardly do shows, really. I mean, when I do a show, I pre-record everything now. And if I do a show, I do Tommy live, which it's a very randomly that I go live anymore. I used to do Tommy Talks live, but then my editor told me that it'd be better for me to pre-record my interviews because then I could upload them. And that is whenever I get a good guest, or somebody that I want to interview. It's just how I do things. But, the fact is that I just want to say to you, Joe, the reason why I'm not working with you is because how much trash you talk about me. And I get tired of being pushed around and screamed at and told that I'm nothing when I am somebody. And I have so much stresses in my life right now that I don't need the stresses of being on the Joe Cronin show. And I'm telling you, Joe, directly to your face, I am not being bought to stay off your show. I am doing this because I'm making my decision for my health. I feel like if I'm going to be on your show, I'm going to end up having a heart attack. Honest to God. And you've seen it, Joe, where I've flipped out and I'm out of breath. I mean, I'm losing weight. I'm trying to lose weight, and I feel like I'm going to have a conniption being on your show. So here's the thing, Joe. I am saying publicly, I probably will never come back on your show. And have fun with Bullfrog, because all he's going to do is do this. That's all he's going to do for you, man. I was at least funny and entertaining and was random. But Bullfrog's neither of those things. He's annoying, and all he wants is clout. And the moment you fall, Joe, no one's going to be there to pick you up. Maybe JB might be there to pick you up, but people like Bullfrog are not going to be there to pick you up. They will leave you high and dry. Because that's all Bullfrog does, is for clout. He is a scum-sucking dirtbag. It just wants clout. So, the reason why I'm not working with you, Joe, is because you're kind of two-faced. And how you say things, and if you play this on your broadcast, and try to defend yourself, but the fact is, when in fact, that you have literally said, I love you, Tommy, and then I love you, and then at one moment you'll be calling me a retard or a fat piece of shit. And that's how you are, Joe. And you're going to say, I go on other people's shows and people try to trigger me, and then they're just doing that out of jokes. You're not doing that out of jokes, Joe. Other people mess around with me occasionally, but they're not purposely trying to rip me apart. And here's the fact. I'm just speaking out about this now because I'm doing this on my second channel. No one really cares about this channel. So the fact is, I'm not working with you, Joe, because you're indecisive and you're two-faced and you don't care about me. And you blocked me on Twitter, so that really tells me that you hate me. That you think that the main reason you think that, even though I talk with Ken and stuff like that, you think that Ken is that crooked and would actually. And here's the funny thing. Ken has actually been nice to me, and he actually invited me into his house. He actually invited me with his family and everything, and was actually kind to me you've helped me out in the past. You've given me money, little bit increments, and you have helped me out with different things. But the thing is that the moment that I did not want to come back on your show and do stuff with you, you start burying me, and that's really two-faced. And I've never, have ever tried to bury you publicly, and this is the only time I'm ever going to do this. I'm ever going to put my grievances online. This is the only time I'm ever going to do this. I'm not going to do it anymore because I hate drama. I hate talking about drama. And I just want to say that's why I'm not working with you anymore, Joe. Because no one's paying me not to be on your show. I just don't like working with two-faced people. That one moment say I love you, and then call me a fat retard the next moment. So, that's the issue, Joe. And I just want to say, hope you're doing well, man. Hope you succeed in any way. And please keep my name out of your mouth. Please take off my donations off your show, because you keep lying about that. You said when I left the show originally, you said you were going to take my donations off, which you lied about that. You still have my donations. You're still making money off of me. And you still bury me every single night. So, Joe, I tip my hat to you. I hope you're successful in every way possible. But I'll see you, Joe. And everybody else in the Joe Cronin community. And I hope everybody has a great day. Remember to stay positive and stay healthy.